I feel the dire need to be Baker Mayfield's dad right now. We all just watched the same game. The Browns got stomped out today, 45-7 by the New England Patriots, and it doesn't feel good. Of course, it doesn't feel good. Nobody feels good about this. And once again, I see the Browns fans going crazy. They're mad at Baker. Primarily they're mad at Baker. It's not Baker's fault. I know I sound crazy. I know I'm one of the few. It's not Baker Mayfield's fault. It's not his fault. You guys got to settle down. We're going to dive into things. I'm going to take a deep look into these numbers. You guys need to understand why it's not Baker Mayfield's fault. This is a Cleveland Browns problem. In fact, this is a coaching problem. It's not a Baker problem. First of all, we know what happened. The Browns lost. They got embarrassed by Mac Jones here. Now, people throughout this game on Twitter and everywhere else, they were just watching this game saying, oh my gosh, Mac Jones. If only we had him. If only we had a quarterback like Mac Jones. Grow up. You guys got to grow up. What has Mac Jones done? You guys would do anything for Mac Jones. He's done nothing. All that Mac Jones has done is beaten a badly coached Browns among the other 5 teams that did that this year. It's not that impressive. Here's what people need to understand about my boy Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, as far as attempts this season, do you see this right here? He has thrown it the 25th least in the NFL. In other words, the team is not asking Baker Mayfield to throw the ball. He's in way the bottom half of the league in throwing the ball. And I don't mean like skill in throwing the ball. I mean the chance to throw the ball. This guy has thrown it, and this was before today's game, but he only threw 21 times this game, but he's thrown it 225 times total. His passing yards are going to, as you can see, actually, he's above his ranking. He's ranked 23rd in passing yards. Wouldn't it make sense that your passing yards would be very, very much related to your passing attempts? And again, everyone's, he doesn't have any, he only throws it 20 times a game. He's a game manager. Is this stat so difficult for people to understand? He's not throwing it. It's like it's like me sitting at home. I've barely thrown any touchdowns this year. Well, I haven't been asked to do that once. Baker Mayfield's only been asked to do that 225 times. Again, passing touchdowns. He's only thrown 8. Again, it's right in line with his stats here. He's not given the opportunity. It is a miracle that he doesn't have more interceptions. He's got 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions as of today. And again, it is a miracle he doesn't have more, because all people think in their brain is that Baker Mayfield does nothing but throw interceptions and throw incomplete passes. Let's get into that. Let's talk about this game, because people really seem to have doubled down based on the results of this game. Let's look at the matchup here. I first need people to understand that football is a team sport, believe it or not. Did you guys watch the Lions today? Did you guys watch Jared Goff today try to beat the Steelers? That guy went to a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. But look at this. This is the stat right here. First downs. What do you see here? The Browns had 17 first downs. That's not good. The Patriots had 30. And guess what? The Patriots got 45 points today, and they whooped the Browns. I think there's a relation to that. Look at the rushing first downs. Look right here. The Browns had 4 first downs through rushing the ball. 10. My gosh, are you guys getting this? It is a team issue. It is nothing but an efficiency problem. They've almost had the same amount of chances. However, Patriots are getting more than double the yards. So what's the problem here? It's the coaching. It is the coaching. It is the design. Look at the efficiency here. You look at the yards per pass. The Browns, and we knew this going in, didn't we? It is a short yardage offense. We're going to run the ball, winner ball, play action, fake you out, and throw a pass every now and then. That's part of why OBJ left, wasn't it? Do you see what I'm saying here? This offense is just not at all compatible in today's NFL. And this shows it. Look at the yards per pass that we were completed today. 3.1 versus 9.6. And look at the rushing here. The Patriots ended up having 184 yards rushing. And we're shocked that the Browns lost. They only scored 7 points. We're shocked by this. Now, take a look at this. Look at Mac Jones. He went back 25 times. He had 14 times he got a first down through passing. Important to know that. Yards per attempt, again, 8.6. Your Baker Mayfield. And obviously he didn't have good numbers at all. His average, look at this, 3.5. That was the average yards per catch. Is 3.5 yards. It's not good. But look at over here. Look at the sacks. Baker Mayfield ended up getting sacked twice. Case Keenum ended up getting sacked 3 times. We have 5 sacks today. The Browns were getting pressured all day long, and we're going to act like it's all on Baker Mayfield, who normally is running around escaping these things, right? Take a look at receiving here. Now, this is another telltale of why this is not necessarily Baker Mayfield's fault. Can we stop for a second? Like, can we remember his first year, his last year? Like, this dude can throw the ball. He can throw the ball. But the offense has to request it of him, doesn't it? Doesn't the offense have to request that? So we have to run up a play where he's throwing the ball, dumping it off a lot to Dennis Johnson. And again, whatever. We don't know first, second, third reads and all that, but that's what happened. But look at this. Look at our first receiver, Jarvis Landry here, right? He was let's show the targets. 5 targets, 4 receptions, but he only had 26 yards, and I read somewhere that 20 of those yards I think was yards after catch for one of those. This is an offensive problem, right? Look at our wide receiver. Our wide receiver was the second most targeted, tied as the second most targeted with a tight end. Something's wrong here. It's not a Baker Mayfield thing. At the end of the day, we're missing a right tackle. We have not had a healthy line much of the year, and this is showing. We have to remember something here. The team had the ball almost the same amount of possessions in plays. So everything should relatively be equal. So literally this game comes down to comparing a scheme for New England and a scheme for the Browns. And you can see in the numbers here, these are vastly different schemes. Let's look at Baker because he's a starter, but 3.5 to 8.6 yards per throw. That's a huge difference. Now, do you think Baker Mayfield's in charge of how deep the receivers go or how open they get based on... He's not. The average overall for throwing was 4.7. The average over here in New England was 10.9. This is design. This is offensive scheming. This is offensive play calling. You're not going to get first downs when you're only running plays. When you're only running plays with an average of 3.5 yards per pass. And so... of course, they got smoked. And this isn't even to begin discussing the defense. So, people want to blame it on Baker Mayfield. You can keep doing that. That's your right. But you're wrong. You're wrong. You're just wrong. This is an offensive problem. This is an offensive issue. This is the Cleveland Browns coaching issue right now. And again, that's not even to begin the discussion of what's going on with the defense, allowing 45 points to Brian Hoyer and a rookie quarterback. It is astoundingly frustrating. We're all disappointed, but we cannot turn on Baker Mayfield. The guy is nuts for us, and he's done well. The guy literally is the solution. He literally got us into the playoffs, beating the Steelers. So we're going to act like that never happened. Something has happened to the way Stefanski's doing things. He entered the league. He did well, obviously, his rookie coaching year, but he's been figured out at this point. Some of the coaches have figured him out. That's why the Browns either win like fantastically or they lose astoundingly. The coaches have figured him out, at least the good ones, I think. So with that all being said, we're gonna cut it here, but just go Browns, okay? Go Browns, and just go Browns, okay? Go Browns.